So you're a mountain person?
Yeah. I would go into the Himalayas on treks, 4 or 5 day treks which we had every term. And I also discovered my passion for nature, for the outdoors. That was for me awe-inspiring. And then once or twice I went on a mountaineering expedition organized by the school, which was for about a month. Every time I stepped into the Himalayas, I would go almost into a trance.
And you never shared your interest to them?
I did.
Okay.
They saw my interest as being primarily in painting and art and in music. I even remember that dream. But they still didn't tell me about my brother. They said he's alive. The doctors had prevented them from telling me because I was in a very fragile condition.
So like for the past 6 months you were there in the hospital bed?
Asking every day about my brother. And they would say that he's in this room. They would say something, but it didn't sound very convincing. Or they would say, but I had nothing else to go by. So when they held my hand finally 6 months later and told me the truth about my brother, I remember
Hello all and welcome to the BRP podcast season 5. I'm your host Riya. कुछ कहानियां सिर्फ सक्सेस की नहीं होती बट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की भी होती है. तो आज के जो हमारे ऑथर हमसे जुड़ने वाले हैं, ठीक है, वो उनकी भी एक इंस्पायरिंग जर्नी रही है और कहीं ना कहीं उन्होंने काफी लोगों को मोटिवेट किया है थ्रू हिज स्टोरी. उनकी लाइफ से हमें ये सीखने को मिलता है कि लाइफ में कितनी भी टफ सिचुएशंस आ जाएं, यू शुड नेवर गिव अप, राइट. वो एक स्पिरिचुअल काउंसलर है, एक साइको एनालिस्ट है, एक पब्लिक स्पीकर है, एंड नाउ ही इज द ऑथर ऑफ 2 सक्सेसफुल बुक्स. So let's invite Mr. Jimmy K. Mody in the podcast. Hello sir, welcome to the BRP podcast. How are you feeling?
Good, thank you.
Okay. So you're coming from?
Bombay.
Okay. How was your flight?
It was nice. It was surprisingly empty.
Okay.
But it was nice.
Okay, perfect. So is this the first time doing a podcast or anything?
Podcast like this, with all these strangers looking at me and all these lights, very frightening, but it's not frightening. No, I'm okay with it.
Are you nervous, excited? How's the feeling?
I'm not nervous.
Okay.
I'm more nervous about the TED Talk than this.
Oh, yes, you're going to host a TikTok as well. Okay, perfect. So, just for our audience, who exactly is Jimmy K. Mody? We would love to know about your childhood, your family background, and everything that you wish to tell us.
Can I put this here?
Yeah. Everything that you wish to tell us, please. Go ahead.
So, I was born into a Parsi family.
Okay.
Actually, when I say that, I mean my father was Parsi and my mother was American.
Oh, okay, wow.
Okay. And my father proposed to her in America.
Oh,
and she agreed to marry him because he fed her all gupshup about himself and his family, which I'm not going to do. I'll tell you the truth. He told her that he belongs to a Maharaja family. She's going to get a royal welcome when she lands in India.
Okay.
She landed in India on Republic Day. So all the flags were out. So she thought they were out because of her. And she thought that this must be really a Maharaja. They were taking out all the flags. But then she learned later on that it was not so. It was just my father's way of doing things.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so your mother was an American, right? She's from America. So how did she manage to settle down here in India, and how was the experience? How was your childhood?
From what I could see, from what I could tell at that age, that she had a struggle.
Okay.
But she made an honest effort. She even tried to learn how to speak Hindi and tried to speak with the locals and with the servants, etc. in Hindi. And we actually grew up. She was actually brought into India into a family where my grandfather, I think at that time, was the governor of UP.
Oh, okay.
And so she was brought up in that kind of household. So, and then my grandfather at some point in time became governor of Bombay as well. And there were all these kind of very kind of tradition things going on in his household.
Mm-hmm.
There was a long table, and there was a state dinner very regularly, very often.
Mm-hmm.
The ministers and other people would come and eat. My grandfather at one end of the table, my grandmother at another end of the table, and people could only start eating once my grandfather started eating,
Oh, okay.
or my grandmother started eating. My grandmother loved joking, so she would joke sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and she noticed that this one uh, Indian guy with a white topi on his head, some minister or something.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know what to do with all these knives and forks and plates and put in a certain order around you. Naturally, he was not accustomed to that. So he would look, poor chap, I mean, hats off to him. He would look at my grandmother and see what she picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So she picked up a spoon first, he picked up a spoon first. She picked up a fork next, he picked up a fork next. So my grandmother was seeing that he was looking at her doing all this. So a mischievous thought came in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought finally the little bowls with water in it for finger bowls. And the finger bowls in those almost royal days, they put rose petals and all things in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he looked at that, the Indian chap looked at that, he didn't know what this was for. So he looked at my grandmother. My grandmother saw him looking at her. She picked up the bowl and she put it to her lips and pretended to drink from it.
Oh, she started drinking?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he thought that was what it was for. So he also picked up and cut. He went to drink. Everyone else was washing their fingers in it. So that was my grandmother. She was like that. And she was adamant that I should learn how to speak Gujarati and write Gujarati at a time when I was in the Doon school, where they were adamant that I should learn how to speak and write Hindi. And as a second language in school, they offered Punjabi or Urdu, which I didn't relate to. So they offered me Sanskrit, so I did Sanskrit as my other language.
So you finished your schooling from Dehradun, right?
Doon school, Dehradun.
Oh, okay. So how was the experience?
It was a beautiful experience.
Okay.
I would say perhaps the best years of my life were in that school. It was a very fulfilling experience. And although when I first went to that school, and I was left there by my family, they went back home, I felt quite lost. And I began to feel something that I'd only heard about, and that was called feeling homesick. So I was really feeling sad and lonely without them. How am I going to manage in school? But as the months rolled by, I had a great amount of fun there, a lot of independence, and it was a very strong discipline, very neat, tight discipline. We had to make our own beds, and if there was a single wrinkle in our bed, we would get punished.
Okay.
So it was a very strict school.
So you were in hostel at that time?
I was in?
Hostel?
I was in the dorms of the school.
Oh, dorms.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hostel
was
dorms.
it like a boarding school or something?
It is a boarding school.
Oh, okay. I've heard that, boarding schools are usually strict. So how was your experience with that?
Very strict.
Okay.
And only boys in that boarding school.
Okay.
So it was a very toughening experience. And over the years, I would see and notice that many times when the school started, I saw boys coming in who were fat and looked like they were quite lazy and fat and slow. And when they left school, they were tough, trim and tough.
Okay.
And that gave me a lot of good feelings about my school. So I had a lot of fun in that school. I had independence in that school away from my parents. I valued that. And I started developing my passions and my hobbies in that school.
Oh, okay. So how did that school shape you as a person, you are today? Like, what did you learn?
Well, I learned the value of discipline.
Okay.
I learned the value of free will and independence. I discovered my passion for painting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I painted in that school a lot. And I finally won the Best Artist of the Year award in that school twice or thrice, I think twice at least in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And I also discovered my passion for nature, for the
Wow.
outdoors, and especially for the Himalayas.
Oh, wow. So you're a mountain person?
Yeah, I would go into the
Mm-hmm.
Himalayas
Mm-hmm.
on treks,
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 day treks, which we had every term.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for me awe-inspiring. And then once or twice I went on a mountaineering expedition organized by the school,
Mm-hmm.
which was for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I stepped into the Himalayas, I would go almost into a trance-like situation. And I'd know it when I came back to this civilization again. Sadly, that my trance of the Himalayas is gone. So I'd see so many types of people, so much beauty, natural beauty, that it was just amazing. The Himalayas is an amazing place, and concept of size that we all carry with us here
Mm-hmm.
gets blown out of the window when you're in the Himalayas.
Okay.
Here, the only thing that impresses you about size is how big a high-rise building is.
Yeah.
You go into the Himalayas, the smallest rock is that big. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to go to places like Rishikesh and Hardwar, especially Rishikesh. Hardwar is a bit dirty. Rishikesh, where the water was amazingly cobalt blue,
Mm-hmm.
cobalt turquoise blue, and you could get into the water. It was ice cold.
Yeah.
There were chains to hold because the water was fast flowing,
Yeah.
and it was a beautiful experience.
Okay.
And they have a fish over there in the mountains called the Mahaseer, and the larger version of this fish is called the golden Mahaseer.
Mm-hmm.
And in Rishikesh and higher up the mountain from Rishikesh, along the river, were many good places to where you could stop and fish for the Mahaseer
Mm-hmm.
if you were brave enough to do that.
Okay.
Because the Mahaseer had developed a legend for itself in the hills,
Oh.
that it was capable of taking your rod and your line
Mm-hmm.
up to a rock and straightening, putting the thing on the hook on the rock like that,
Okay.
and straightening it out and escaping. But in Rishikesh, there were steps that went into the river, and there was a chain that would help you to stand on the steps. We sat there, and the little bridges over the river where there were these hawkers who would sell these paper packets full of atta balls.
Oh, yeah.
So you sit in
Those
the
are our
river,
favorite childhood memories, Yeah.
you sit
Okay.
in the water
Mm-hmm.
with the atta balls like this, and a big Mahaseer would come up and eat it out of your hand.
Oh.
And I would stroke them like you stroke a pet dog or pet cat. It was a most awe-inspiring experience
Oh,
to do
wow.
that.
Okay. So your parents allowed you to, go to the excursions and adventures. So they
long as-
gave you freedom like
Yeah,
that.
they gave me freedom, I think partly because they had no idea what I was really doing with that freedom.
Okay. So you've never shared what you want to do, like while you were growing up, and you never shared like, your interest to them.
I did.
Okay.
They saw my interest as being primarily in painting and art
Oh.
and in music.
Mm-hmm.
I also loved music.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew I loved outdoor and wildlife,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a member of the Wildlife Preservation Society of India and so on.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
they knew all that,
Mm-hmm.
but the specific incidents of adventure that I had,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have dared tell them, because otherwise I might have been banned for life going into the Himalayas, including the one occasion when I fell into a crevasse-like thing and I had to be pulled out.
Okay. So what was your dream when you were a kid? Like painting or something else?
Painting,
Mm-hmm.
mountaineering,
Oh, wow. Okay.
painting, mountaineering.
Mm-hmm.
Not just mountaineering, but another place I used to love going to was the Jim Corbett Wildlife Park, somewhere near Nainital.
Yeah.
I would love going there. We would stay in the main government guest house, which was in a place called the Kala, and it was a real experience to stay there. On the right, there was a field, huge field on the right of that guest house, which was elephant grass, it was as high as a wall. And on the left of the path that went down from the Nikala guest house was a jungle. You should go right to the end of the path, which was very far away, and you would reach the beginning of the jungle over there. And I would love, and at that point, right at the end, there was a machan posted over there, just next to a salt lick pan. I forget what they were called. But I would like to go sit there and watch dozens and dozens of spotted deer coming to the pan and enjoying the salt there, and various other animals, elephants, wild boar. I would just sit and watch that happen. And I'd go back to the guest house. And for me, that was the ultimate of living in life.
Wow.
To be there.
So, would you like to tell us about your family background? Like, were they into business or?
Well, my grandfather was into various things. Like he was the governor of UP and governor of Bombay.
Okay.
He was also chairman of some Tata companies.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And the main road that goes past the head office of Tata's in Bombay is named after him, Jimmy Mody Road. And well, that reminds me of a joke that is going around right now, where my uncle Rusi Mody had parked his car somewhere along Jimmy Mody Road, and a traffic policeman came up to him and said, "You can't park your car here. Oh, I'll have to give you a parking ticket." So Rusi turned to the traffic cop and said, "क्यों नहीं? ये तो मेरा बाप का रास्ता है."
Okay.
And he showed him the signboard. It says Jimmy Mody. So people are laughing about these kind of silly jokes about my family.
Okay.
So my grandfather had done a lot of things, etc. So he had made a name for himself, but he never made a lot of money. He was more interested in what he could give back to society rather than what he could take from society. Then he had 3 children, all 3 boys.
Oh, okay.
The eldest was my uncle Rusi Mody, who was the chairman managing director of Tata Steel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he became famous in India and the world over as a genius of industrial relations. Then came my father in the middle, who can be credited as having introduced the first credit card to India ever.
Oh, wow.
When he started Diners Club in India. And then the younger brother, who was Pilu Mody, who studied as an architect in Berkeley University in America, came here, showed more interest in politics, and was partly responsible for starting the Swatantra Party and the Janata Party. And he was elected as member of Lok Sabha and then as Rajya Sabha. And I would joke with him and say that, Pilu, I don't know if you like it, but you're a damn good politician, but you're a lousy architect.
Okay, so he was an architect by profession?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he opted for politics later on.
And he has done as an architect, he's done some landmarks in Delhi.
Okay.
He's built one of the Oberoi hotels, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's great.
And as a result, he became very friendly to the Oberoi family. That really, in a nutshell, is my family profession success-wise. Whenever they met in Bombay, in our house, we had you've heard of a Hindu undivided family.
Yeah.
HUF. Well, this was almost a Parsi undivided family. You can call it PUF, PUF. Okay? And they would gather in a room before lunch on Sundays, drink beer, and then they would compete with each other at verbally dueling with each other to see who could win, who could put one another down. And sometimes they would say very cruel things and put people down, put the other brother down, and they'd gang up against one. It was quite they thought it was funny, but I would run from there if I could. And then they would catch me and drag me back into the room, because we all had to have lunch together with my grandparents. So it was like that. And so I guess I learned how to be the butt end of their duels, verbal duels, and their teasing and their ragging. I guess it was best word to call it is ragging.
So, like, coming from such well-established family, right? So, have you ever felt like being pressurized to live up to their expectation? That pressure is there on you?
So there was a pressure on me. I don't know if it had much to do with their expectation as it had to do with my expectation. Because I was very, I can say, proud of my family. Rusi is this, and my father is that, and Pilu is like this. And what am I going to become like? I have to match them somewhere, no?
Yeah.
So I had an expectations on myself that I had to carry the family name somehow.
Okay.
So that was driving me a lot to excel in business or politics or some material kind of thing like that. But all the time, the one thing that was plaguing me was that through college especially, you have to choose your so-called stream.
Yeah, exactly.
I had no idea what stream to select.
Okay.
First, you have to have an idea what you're going to do in your life. If I'm going to take a BA in economics, then I don't want to end up being an engineer. I should take up a BSc in engineering. I had no idea what I wanted to be.
Okay, yeah.
And so when I was I managed to get into St. Xavier's College and choose a stream. I didn't care about the stream. All I cared about is spending time in the college canteen where I could see the girls and laugh with the boys and enjoyed myself.
So, like, what type of person you were while you were growing up? How you were with other people, with society, with
I
girls?
was very, very shy.
Okay.
Very introverted, very shy. And I would come to college dressed in very sada pants and sada shirt. And I got to know that the girls would call me hermit, refer to me as hermit.
Okay.
And I was the only hermit in that class. It was some large classes. So the girls loved to tease me. So some girl would throw some paper thing at me, in which she had written the word hermit.
Oh.
So I would not know who threw it at me, and there were giggles coming off from all over the place. So that was the kind of college I grew up in.
So you never faced any language barrier or something like that sort with other people here?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, in Maharashtra, if you don't speak Maharashtrian, Marathi, you might feel a language barrier.
Okay.
But I may have felt that much of a language barrier, but not with Hindi so much. And my grandmother was very strict with me to make sure that I learned how to speak Gujarati and write Gujarati. At that time, I was learning Hindi at Doon, going back home, and she would force me to learn Gujarati with her during my vacations. Now, I got so totally muddled up and mixed up. Okay, where do you put a line on top and where you don't put a line on top? I say, yes, in Hindi you do, but now I don't know. Am I writing Hindi or am I writing Gujarati? Because the letters are quite similar.
Okay.
So I would get into a lot of knots on that subject.
Okay.
And began to dislike learning Hindi or Gujarati. In school, I had a crazy, very eccentric master who taught us Sanskrit.
Oh, okay.
And I had never met anyone outside of that class who spoke Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is not really a spoken language, although a lot of mantras and things are said in Sanskrit. So I decided, I was wondering, is there any such thing as a bad word, a gali, that I can say in Sanskrit?
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Because then I would be having an upper hand with most people if I could shout out Sanskrit galis at them. The only thing I could find, Tvam pramatam assi.
Okay, what does it mean?
See, what does it mean?
Oh my God. Okay.
It means you are mad.
You're mad.
Yeah. That's the only thing I could find bad to say in Sanskrit.
Okay.
So I struggled on.
So you were interested in learning Sanskrit? Or it was just like, okay, I have to do it.
I have to do it.
Oh, okay.
Today I would be interested in learning Sanskrit because today I have developed a very deep interest in spirituality, spiritual texts. But in those days, no.
Right.
I just had to find something.
Yeah. So what career path did you choose after you
I had no
finished
idea
schooling?
what to choose.
Really?
Yeah.
Then
Then finally, because my father was in business and my uncle was doing this and that,
okay.
I finally decided may as well choose economics and political science. So I remember from the quadrangle of St. Xavier's College, climbing up the stairs, the classroom on the left was economics. So all the guys would go up and go left. Classroom on the right was psychology. All the girls would go up and go right. And I would climb up that classroom and say, I wish I had taken up psychology. But no, I can't. I could never be able to sit in a class where I'm the only guy and they're all girls. I would be teased like hell.
Right. Because you were an introvert, right? So you were not able to backfire with your words.
Not only backfire, but they would take advantage of that and tease the hell out of me as being the only guy in that class. So I said, no, it's too dangerous. I'll take up BA economics. But I just at random wanted to do psychology.
Oh, okay.
Never thought of a career in psychology. Never thought of what my career would be. And I found most boys and girls, some girls, were just doing things faltu like that without thinking seriously about what
they really want to do,
to do with their lives, what purpose they want to assign to their lives. And that thought started lingering with me as I grew much older. And it was the same with me for actually when I actually went into studying, training in psychology. I got married. In initial years, and it was a love marriage. Initial years of marriage was quite turbulent. Okay. Quite a lot of arguments and fighting with my wife. Okay. And then the idea of I should get myself analyzed or I should myself go for therapy. So I found a friend who was a good therapist at that time in Bombay and started seeing him for my therapy, for my analysis.
Oh.
He was a psychoanalyst.
Okay.
And I would go to him, I think, 3-4 times a week. And then every Wednesday, he would disappear somewhere.
Okay.
I'd ask him, where are you going on Wednesdays? So he would say, I go to see my psychoanalyst. I said, this is very strange.
Okay.
You're a psychotherapist. I'm coming to you for psychotherapy. And you are going for a psychoanalyst.
Oh.
I don't understand this. He said, look, it's like this.
Okay. So like in layman language, who exactly is psychoanalyst?
Psychoanalysis was first started by Sigmund Freud.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And from there, the practice of psychoanalysis developed and went through its own evolution through various of his students and others who came out from his school and started their own school of psychoanalysis. But psychoanalysis in those days required that you go to the psychoanalyst at least 5 times a week, if not 6 times a week. And that became very arduous and expensive. Many other people who went through psychoanalysis started using some of those principles to develop another form of psychotherapy of their own. So one of the forms that developed out of that was cognitive behavior therapy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so several other therapy forms developed from that. And finally, at one point in time, someone developed something called hypnotherapy as well. Hypnotherapy. Now, I had a whole field that I could choose from. And when I was training in psychoanalysis, there were very few psychoanalysts in Bombay. And they were all fighting with each other and tearing each other down in the most vicious way. And this really upset me, and I almost lost my respect and love for psychoanalysis.
Okay.
And then I wanted to break away from that lot. And I did that by going and training in hypnotherapy and cognitive behavior therapy and gestalt therapy, and then going back to psychoanalysis.
Oh, okay. So your major was in this field itself, right?
Yeah.
You pursued
psychoanalysis first for the first 4 or 5 years. Then I left and I started training in other forms of therapy.
Oh, okay. So how was the experience? Like, is it a stable career in India, and what are the
It's
advantages?
very slowly, gradually getting stable.
Okay.
Now the psychoanalysts from whom I broke away, of who I would like to say I broke away, but they would hear that and say, no, we shucked him out because he was aligned to the one psychoanalyst who they were against. There was a war between the two sides. I was on both sides, had one leg on this side, one leg on that side. And this leg faced a lot of fire and opposition, so I had to go to that side.
Okay.
So, so I did train in a lot of different forms of therapies.
Okay.
It started in psychoanalysis, and I started with this one trainer. He was registered with the International Psychoanalytical Association, also as a trainer, and his name was Udayan Patel. And he was a brilliant psychoanalyst and a brilliant teacher. And some of the things that I picked up from him, that he trained me, that he rug-rowed me in, okay, I can only bless him for and thank him for, because they were the kind of things that not only helped me as a therapist, but would have helped anyone in any field of work, including engineering or trading or anything, okay. And the one thing that I bless him for is for training me to learn how to observe.
So you were able to make money out of your major, right?
Not much.
It was not much? Okay.
Not much.
Why?
Because this profession doesn't make much money.
Oh.
If I was a dentist or if I was a doctor, I would make much more money.
Okay.
But in field of psychotherapy, psychoanalysis,
Okay.
make much money. But the important thing was not how much money I made. The important thing was, wow, I learned how to observe. And Udayan has taught me the hard way how to observe. And the beginning of that learning starts with becoming fully aware of the assumptions you have and the beliefs that you have.
Yeah.
Okay? And how much you use those instead of using your observations. Because when you're observing something, like say you're observing me right now, right? We are in the here and now. We're in the present.
Right.
Right? You've heard of the philosophical, especially the Hindu philosophical value of being in the present, in the now.
Yes.
Yes? Well, psychoanalysts didn't know anything about Hindu philosophy or Sanatana Dharma or anything like that.
Yeah.
But psychoanalysis, especially from Udayan, knew the value of being able to simply observe in the present.
Okay.
So if I observe you in the present and you're my patient or client right now, and I made a statement to you, I could make two types of statements. One, I could say, you are always like this. You've heard people know in college, couples.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're always like this.
Or otherwise I would say, she is always like this, yeah. Forget it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? That's judgment. That's assumption. That's from belief.
Yeah.
Instead of that, I could say, if you know something, just now what you did, I noticed what you did just now. You did such and such. I just want to give you that feedback of the now. So observation is always of the now, the present moment, and how you use that with your patient. Okay. And that's much more powerful than a judgmental statement or a generalized statement. You're always like this. Or even worse still, women are always like that. Or even worse still, women driver, are baap re, chhoro ya, maaf karo.
Exactly. Okay. So you finished all your major from India itself, or you pursued?
I did all my training in India itself.
Okay.
I did not do a college degree in anything.
Okay.
I just did my own training through these people and people who had the kind of experience that made them fit enough to train. And my training was always a very hard way. I was like thrown out into the wilderness on my own to try and figure out a way. And I was rug-rowed in whichever field I was training in. And the greatest gift I think I was given was by my psychoanalytical trainer, was learning how to observe people, learning how to observe myself, and to observe the patient in front of me at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here, I'm also observing how and what effect you are having on me. And I'm also seeing what effect I'm having on you.
Yeah.
then I can really see what's going on inside you. And as I trained more and more on that, then something strange started developing in me, which people today call empathy. So I would just do my psychoanalysis thing or my therapy thing to the patient in front. If she was a girl especially, she would look at me very worried sometimes and say, "Did you just say that? That means you are reading my mind." I said, "No, baby, I'm not reading your mind. I'm just able to observe you."
So, like, observing can help you heal your childhood traumas. Is it possible?
If I observe you and I help you to observe yourself, that can help you to heal almost anything. It's a very, very powerful tool or instrument to develop in yourself.
So you told me that your mother is from America, right? So you ever got a chance to go there, or
Oh, yeah.
would you like to share experience?
So my grandmother had an old house.
Okay.
My American grandmother.
Uh-huh.
Old house in a place called Santa Monica.
Oh, I've heard of it. Okay.
Which was on the west coast. It was a nice beach. And there was a golf course and a airport kind of thing, private airport close by. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the food. But I felt increasingly that the people there were very insular. They were very much to their own selves, very insular.
Oh, okay.
There's not that kind of social life there is in Bombay or Delhi. They're very insular. Not that they wouldn't meet people, they would, but it was very insular and very different from the life I was going to learn to love in Bombay. They would eat very early. They would eat tons of stuff, like a bowl of salad like that. That was nice. I enjoyed that. And there were things that I could enjoy in Santa Monica, entertainment-wise. There are lots of little bars, beer bars and other restaurants, Japanese food, etc., which I would enjoy. And I think for a while when I was there, I was very happy living in America and not in Bombay, not in India. But I began to miss India.
Oh, really?
At some point in time. So at some point in time, much later, after college, after my efforts at a career and so forth, after coming back from London and so on, much later, I decided to surrender my US passport and take up an Indian passport.
Oh, okay.
Which I went to do. And I had to have an interview with the US consulate, American guy over there. He thought he was very smart. And he thought he would throw me some tricks questions, which annoyed the hell out of me because he thought he's smart. He doesn't know that I'm smarter than him. It was my arrogance. So he started asking me questions. So the first question is, and he worded very carefully. "Sir, what do you hope to achieve? What financial advantage do you hope to achieve by giving up your US passport?"
Oh, okay, I see.
So I thought in my head, I didn't say it loudly, I thought in my head, can I use some bad language?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are going to cut it anyway. But yeah, it would be for the memory.
So I said to myself, who does he think I am? I'll show him. So I answered him saying, yes. I knew that he expected me to say, no financial advantage. Because most people go there because they want to dodge US taxes.
Okay.
So I said, yes, I was going to, I'm giving it up because I want to get a financial advantage. The financial advantage I want to explain to you is that I cannot afford to live in America.
Oh.
By that time, I was in my 50s, 60s or something. I said, why? It's because your healthcare is too expensive for me. I cannot afford doctors, medicines, hospitals in America at my age. And in Bombay, I have got all of that at low cost, and many of the doctors are my friends, and I'm familiar with many of the hospitals. So I'd rather go back there for medical care than try to get it here.
Okay.
So he was quite impressed, yeah. Tuck, stamp.
Okay.
I got it. There's good things about America, but there are also some bad.
Okay, so what major differences you saw there, back there and in here in India? Like
America, the life is much more disciplined.
Okay.
The places are places are much more clean. There's no spitting on the streets. If you go to the post office or the police station, you get a far better efficient treatment than if you try to do that over here. But over here, if you try and do it, many of these type of people will treat you like a bara sahib. That doesn't happen in America.
Okay. Everyone is equally treated,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But in America, I started getting a feeling or a sense of people somehow I don't think really care as much as we do in Bombay. I think that thought, that experience grew in me. They were nice people, but they were sort of very cut and dry kind of people.
So you had friends here, like in India?
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people just go to the Western country, and but that feeling, being in India, having friends who are supporting you in good or bad, no matter what, it's lacking. It's always lacking, there. So, like, any experience you would like to share about your friends?
It was all
circle?
over. It was not just an experience. It was all over like that.
Okay.
And particularly the banking system in America, in California,
Okay.
and America. I began to think it was a very primitive banking system because there wasn't a situation where one bank would communicate with another bank. Here, Central Bank of India would communicate with State Bank of India or Union Bank of India, okay, on something like there. They would not communicate with each other.
Oh.
Okay. They were quite separate. If you worked for the, say, Mellon Bank, then you were only with the Mellon Bank, and Mellon Bank was only in southern part of Los Angeles, say. And if you had to go to San Francisco, then you had to find another bank. Yeah. Because it may not be over there. So the banking system like that was a little Stonehenge type.
Okay. So what major differences did you feel like in education quality, and healthcare
quality,
and facilities?
Yeah, education quality over there is better.
Okay.
In the sense that of technology and the latest stuff. Okay. I think that over here in India, there's much more of a certain kind of warmth with the people here. Yeah. Although there's a lot of ragging here in colleges.
Yeah, that's they always do to bully you.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never experienced that here, but that is here. That is not in America. People
here in India, they stand with you even if you do something wrong. They'll still stick with you. Oh, you go ahead. We are there for you. So it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's something which got you back here in India.
That didn't get me back here, but that was something that troubled my mind a little bit. What got me back here has more to do with the accident I went through.
Oh yeah, you had a major phase in your life,
Yeah, so I went to London. I came back with my brother.
Okay.
We were driving, my father and my brother and me, to the fire temple in Udvara.
Oh, okay.
Where a big truck was hurtling towards us. My father went off the road to avoid the truck. And our little car, Fiat car, went headlong into the truck. Oh. And in our little car, I was in the back seat. My brother was sitting next to me in the black back seat. And there was the driver of the car and someone else sitting next to him. Oh. 4 of us. And we were taken to a local hospital where the doctor checked all 4 of us and informed my parents. I mean, I was unconscious, so I have no memory of this. I was unconscious, and the doctor told my parents that these 3 are dead, my brother and the 2 others, and I'm the only one alive, but I'm barely alive, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So they put me in an ambulance. The doctor, my mother, ambulance driver, rushed off to Breach Candy Hospital in Bombay, which is about 4 hours drive. And my father in his car was behind us or in front of us. I'm not sure which.
How old were you at that
25.
time? 25? Okay.
25. It was in 1975.
Oh.
June. And then the ambulance was going down the road. And the first day of the monsoon fell, rain of the monsoon fell. so the clarity of the road was not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly a cow runs in front of the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
And the ambulance hits the cow, kills the cow, and then swerves and turns over upside down in a ditch on the side of the road. So I had 2 fatal accidents on the same day.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember any of them. As I sit in front of you, what I'm telling you is only a story that someone told me.
I've heard, that when you go through some major incidents like that, your brain automatically resets it. So is it true? Something
I
like
don't know. For me, it was,
okay.
I was having a nice time.
Mm-hmm.
My last moments that I remember
Mm-hmm.
in this car with my brother, joking around. It was beautiful sunny weather outside,
Mm-hmm.
and the palm trees lining the road.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I remember. Next thing I remember is I'm waking up slowly, very, very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
in a strange room, in a strange bed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I am. I can't keep awake. I keep falling asleep. That's all. It's like you're talking to me today.
Mm-hmm.
You're good. You're feeling good and healthy, right?
Yeah.
You can walk. You can talk. Supposing to wake up tomorrow morning in a completely different place.
Exactly.
Your head is in bandage. Your arm is in bandage. Your legs are in bandage.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk. You can't think. You can't stay awake. You don't even know what time is. You don't know what happened to you. So I was wondering what happened to me.
Yeah.
And I vaguely remembered that I was on my way to Udwada.
Oh.
So I must have gone to Udwada.
Mm-hmm.
And they have these lovely little hotels that were there run by the Parsis.
Mm-hmm.
The little veranda. And I imagined myself standing on that veranda with a bottle of beer in my hand,
Mm-hmm.
getting drunk and then falling off the veranda. Maybe that's what happened to me. As I became more and more conscious, which I don't know how long it took, minutes, months, days, weeks, the nurses in the hospital started telling me that I had had a car accident.
Oh.
And my parents came and told me what had happened, where it happened. But they didn't tell me that my brother was killed. So they told me that my brother is alive. He's also got hurt, and he's in some room 322 of the hospital, like that.
Okay.
So every day I would ask about him. How is he? Is he getting better? And
Were you like close with your brother?
Yeah. And I even remember having a dream one night when I was in hospital. That I was in a wheelchair in the long hospital corridor. My brother was alongside me in his wheelchair, and we had challenged each other to race each other down the corridor and see who would win. I even remember that dream. But they still didn't tell me about my brother. They said he's alive. The doctors had prevented them from telling me because I was in a very fragile condition.
Okay.
And 6 months later, the doctors came and told my parents that you can tell him now. So my parents came to the hospital door, opened it, looked in. I saw them, very long faces, both of them. They slowly walked up to me, held my hand, and then they broke the news to me.
So like for the past 6 months you were there in the hospital bed? Oh my God, that's a long period,
And I was asking every day about my brother. And they would say that he's in this room. How is he feeling?
Okay.
They would say something, but it didn't sound very convincing. Or they would say, but I had nothing else to go by. So when they held my hand finally 6 months later and told me the truth about my brother, I remember I had a bit of a shock. Okay. And for a while, my mind, my everything went completely dead, zero, blank. Okay. Then within me, I started wondering, God, you did this? Only you could have done this. Why? We were on our way to your temple to pray to you, to worship you, and you did this? Why? What has my family done to hurt you? What have I ever done to hurt you? Why? And I would shout that out to God in the hope He would listen. And never got an answer from Him. So then, in that blank space within me, a terrific rage of anger started entering me and into all that I was. And in that rage of anger, I wanted only one thing. I wanted to punish God. I wanted to hurt God. Look what you are. I don't call you God. No one will ever worship you henceforth. At that point, I was not thinking, okay, she will think like this, that one will think like that, etc.
Yeah.
But the nurses in the hospital were horrified to hear my gali, because they were all Catholic Christian nurses. So what did they do? Behind my back, they went and phoned the head of the psychology department of St. Xavier's College, which was my old college. The head of the psychology department of St. Xavier's College was a Spanish priest called Father Filera, Spanish Jesuit priest called Father Filera. So next day morning, my hospital door opens, and there's Father Filera standing there in his robe, this big cross around his neck, etc., looking very pious. I saw him. I said, you think you can get me to stop cursing God by sending a priest to me? At the top of my voice, thinking he would get scared and run away, or that he would come running up to me and plead and beg me not to commit such blasphemy. But you know what? He didn't do any of those things. He just walked up slowly to me in complete silence, and he held my hand, just like that. And in complete silence, did not say a thing. Okay? Whilst I was ranting and raving away. And suddenly, in that silence that he had brought to me, okay, I experienced an extremely powerful wave of unconditional love from him. And that love of his cut through my rage, cut through my anger, like a hot knife cutting through butter. And when I started to feel that, I stopped crying, stopped cursing, and I started crying. And then I stopped cursing God. I stopped hating God, stopped swearing at God, and suddenly started in me a deep love for God, a love that I never experienced before in my life, a love like that. So even in my book, even now, and even before, I've always said that wherever you are, Father Filera, I want you to know that I very, very deeply love you. Thank you so much for what you have done for me, for the love you have given me.
Yeah.
I very, very deeply love you. When I related this to a spiritual psychic person in Chennai, he seemed to feel that I had received a attunement or initiation in what he called divine love. I don't know what it was. But from that moment onwards, my life changed. I started getting more and more these initiations of love in various ways, in the least expected ways. Even I got it in a discotheque, can you imagine?
So it changed the perspective of how you see
Changed
life.
me.
It changed you. Okay.
From an introvert, I became an extrovert.
Oh, okay.
I could flirt with girls,
Okay.
could date girls, could ask them out. I could say the most outlandish things to people. And my wife today scolds me every time I do that. And my father got worried. I don't know what's happened to Jimmy. Before the accident, he was an extreme introvert. I had to shout at him to get him to speak in a party. Now, I can't get Jimmy to stop speaking.
So how your families and friends reacted to your incident, and how did they support you? Like,
Got a lot of
who
love
were there?
I got a lot of love from them. I got a
Okay.
lot of love from the nurses, from the ward boys, from the doctors, and even from the chowkidars of Bridge Candy Hospital.
Okay.
So when I had been discharged from hospital and would come back for tests, something like that, the chowkidar would run up to my car, open my car. He would see me, and very emotionally, he would salute me and tell me again and again how he would go to his church and pray for me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When I was not well. And he was so happy to see me that I could now begin to walk a little bit. So I got, and the first head nurse of Bridge Candy Hospital when I was admitted, that I was conscious, and I grew conscious of it, was an English lady who would go to her church on Sunday mornings. She was a Catholic. And after church, she would come into my room and bring her guitar with it. And she would sing to me. Okay? And that was the kind of nurses I experienced.
So it must have been difficult for you to, pass through that phase.
I was changed as a person.
Yeah.
I had no difficulty passing through that phase.
Okay.
The head nurse in the evening, the night nurse would come into my room, talk to me about the Bible, talk to me about Jesus, stories like that. And I would talk to her about feelings of depression sometimes. It was a whole different world, and so it was a whole different me.
Yeah.
And from that time on, I began to see the importance and the power of love that we all ignore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we are more interested in money.
Yeah.
Than we are in love.
So do you believe everything happens for a reason? You were destined to this.
I'm kind of beginning to feel that way now.
Believe in destiny?
Kind of beginning to feel that way now.
Okay.
And that has led me to start writing books.
Okay.
I'm being called to various places to give talks. I was first called to Dubai to give a talk at the World Mental Health conference over there.
Okay.
Then I was called to Tokyo to give a talk at the World Mental Health conference over there.
Okay.
And then I would talk at various Rotary clubs, Indus Women's Association, Talent Talents clubs, various places. I must say I was quite impressed by the participants at the Indus Women's Association.
Okay.
Because the women seemed to be much more of an alive audience than those associations which had mostly men. Okay. My respect for women started really growing. Okay. What else can I tell you? Yeah.
Like you were really shy, as you told me that you were an introverted kind of a person. So, then you never had any girlfriends or crushes on someone during your college?
In college, all my friends had girlfriends, crushes, etc. I never had, because I was too afraid to go up and ask a girl. I secretly may have admired some girls, but it was always a secret.
Okay.
I might fantasize about going out with her and things like that, but I would never share that with anyone. Okay. After the accident, then I started seeing girls. And my accident helped me also to see girls, because they would take pity on me. So I remember when I was in hospital, the doctors, nurses, ward boys would think that this guy is bound to spend the rest of his life in bed. He's never going to get out of bed.
Okay.
Especially with the plaster that they put on my leg, where they put a little ruler on my heel to make sure that I would never be able to turn on my side. And they would do that because my bone over here was so crushed that if I turned on my side, then it might go out of, the bones might not set properly.
Okay.
Okay. And I had a metal pin from here to here, another metal pin from here to here. Okay. So all this thing I was going through in hospital. Then the hospital nurses, doctors, etc., because I was finally allowed out of bed into a wheelchair. So we were almost ready to celebrate that I managed to get into a wheelchair. So they said, okay, Jimmy, at least you're in a wheelchair. Now you might have to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair. So they never thought I would walk.
Yeah.
Then after I was discharged, I was sent home. I was still in a wheelchair. And some girls come to see me, and some friends invited me to, what's the name of that discotheque? Either Oberoi or Taj. Blow Up. Blow Up was not there. It was, I forget the name. It was a very famous discotheque.
It was a
Discotheque where you go and dance and drink.
okay. I'm not really sure. It's fine, yeah.
So I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was still on one crutch.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay. So all the girls, one by one,
Mm-hmm.
caught their fancy to come and ask me to dance with them because
Okay.
they were thrilled about being able to dance with this one guy who was on a crutch.
It happened in Mumbai.
In Bombay, in this discotheque, in the
Oh.
Taj or the Oberoi, I think it was the Taj.
Okay. Okay.
So I was also very nice. This is nice, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the girls want to dance with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one crutch. But I can also enjoy myself in one way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would tell the girl, I have only one crutch. I need a little support when I dance with you. So the other hand I'd put around her shoulder, and this hand I'd put on the crutch, and I would dance with her. So that was an added thrill for me to be able to hold her like this and to dance like this.
Okay.
So we were having a gala time. At the end of the dance floor, there was another couple dancing,
Mm-hmm.
and the girl would keep looking at this like this to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that she left her man standing on the dance floor and came running across to me. And as she came close to me, I saw tears streaming down her cheeks. And she started shouting out my name. So how does she know my name?
Mm-hmm.
She was crying. She came up to me, she grabbed me and started kissing me all over. The world has gone mad.
Okay.
And slowly later, I found out from her
Mm-hmm.
that she was a nurse in Beach Candy Hospital.
Oh.
She was also under the influence of the rumor that was spreading there that I would never be able to walk again in the wheelchair.
Okay.
And here she sees me dancing.
Oh, okay.
So she was blown. So she came running up to me across the dance floor, kissing me, hugging me, etc. And that was another moment when I felt extremely loved by her.
Oh, wow.
The young lady
Okay.
who was going to be my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And then something really struck me about her.
Okay. How did you guys meet? Like, when did you first came to know that she's the one?
If I'm to tell you the truth, I honestly gate crashed her birthday party.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when I think the fascination, or whatever you want to call it, started.
Oh, so it's like love at first sight, right? For you?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. So it was like a love marriage?
I hope so.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I must say, to her credit,
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot about love from my relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I began to realize, further than that,
Mm-hmm.
these women, they're making such a hoo-ha about empowerment here.
Mm-hmm.
This world is so idiotic and stupid that they cannot see that actually we men should be asking for empowerment, not the women, yeah.
Why so?
Women have a lot of power, more power than we have, yeah. But we're making ullus of ourselves by trying to make the women more powerful than us. Then they're already more powerful. See, just because we have muscles doesn't mean we are more powerful.
Yeah.
You know what a woman has? She doesn't have muscles. She doesn't need to have muscles.
Okay.
She needs to have a kind of wisdom and knowledge of love,
Mm-hmm.
the kind of things that love involve. And instead of muscles, she has extreme abilities ability to manipulate men. I see that everywhere. Even on the bus stop, I see how a woman is able to manipulate a man. Like this, wrap around her finger like this. Okay. And then we go out on the streets, poor woman, yeah, she needs empowerment. Yeah.
Okay. So you got married after your accident?
Yeah.
How old were you? Like
77, April 77. So if I was 77, I would be what? 57, I think. 57, 58.
Oh, you got married?
No.
It's, yeah.
28.
Oh, you were 28.
28.
Okay.
27, 28.
Oh, okay. So you had a stable career because, people today, they want a stable career for their family and everything. So you were well settled at that time.
The only
So
reason why I took up accountancy, the study of accountancy,
Oh, okay.
was that I would have a stable career. The accountants, if nothing else, they're very stable-minded people, very
Oh,
stable business.
yeah.
But when you work for an accounting firm, there's also an auditing firm, and you have to do auditing work and go into a company and do auditing work and accounting work. I mean, hats off to those who like doing that kind of work.
Okay.
I have full respect for you. But if you're asking me today, I would say for me, it was pretty brain dead kind of work.
Okay. Why so?
अरे यार क्या है? In London, we were being taught how to add on those machines.
Oh,
You know what they made us do?
what?
Telephone directories. After telephone directories, we had to add up all the telephone numbers and put the total on the last page.
Oh.
And our senior partners had already done that, so they knew what the total was. So we couldn't fool them. We had to. Is that not a minded task? And I would like to paint and draw. So when I was in London doing my accounting articles of clerkship, I also started slowly dating few girls.
Oh.
And I made it a practice that every girl I broke up with, during my relationship with her, I would sketch a bird out of pencil and give it to her. I have one pencil bird sketch left with me. I was hoping to find another bird before I returned to Bombay, but that didn't happen. So I've brought that bird sketch back to Bombay with me.
So you used to draw to impress girls or something like that?
Just gift.
The gifts?
Yeah. Not to impress girls, just gifts. Girls were already impressed.
Okay. So you were like that stud boy kind of,
No, not stud boy.
No? So back then, when you were in US, you never thought of dating someone there?
I think I might have.
Okay.
I don't remember now. There are lots of pretty girls around, in the US especially. So I think I did date a few of those girls, but I don't remember now too well. Their faces are not coming to me.
Okay.
But then I began to feel, yes, this was fun, so enjoyable. Drinking wine, having nice meals, going to shows, all that is very nice. But is it meaningful? Is that what I want my life to be? What will I write? What will people write on my tombstone? He came, he saw, he conked out. And then I started my research and I started my work in psychotherapy as a therapist, which is going more deeper than counseling. And I began to try to understand what is happiness. Why are so many people actually not able to find happiness?
Yeah.
Because when they are young and they're in college, they're not thinking of happiness there.
Exactly.
They're thinking of getting drunk and having fun with girls.
Yeah.
Are they thinking of happiness? No. That is the tragedy. That is the message I want to get out to the youth of this country, this city, the Bombay city of the world. You can have fun, but can you actually define what is the purpose of your life here? You're only going to have one life here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a nice story to hear about karma and all that, and reliving again. But you can't enjoy a life that you've not yet had.
Exactly. So do you believe that, real happiness comes from taking risk? Do you believe in that mantra? No?
Taking risk is necessary.
Okay.
But from the people that I have studied, and one of which was one of my is my greatest guru at the present moment. This happens to be by the name of Meher Baba. If I can quote something that he said, and he would say, real happiness lies in making others happy.
Wow.
Just think of those words. Real happiness lies in making others happy.
Yeah.
How do you feel at that instant when you have made someone happy? You spend your life doing that. And you can become the CEO, MD of a company and also do that. You can become the PM of India and also do that. You can become a CEO, leader, whatever you want to call it, and also do that.
So coming back to your love life, right? So what is that feeling or that thing, that hits you when you find the right person? What is that feeling?
See, it is like this. It's not that, it's always nice to think that, trying to think of what was it that really hit me, that made me love her or what. It didn't happen quite like that with me.
Okay.
It was more of a growth story. I began to see in women, and more especially in my wife, that all the fighting that I have had with her seemed to stem from one thing. Who wears the pants, she or me? Who's in control, she or I? Her criticism of me, my criticism of her, seem to come from beliefs that we seem to hold on to, beliefs that we seem to enjoy.
Okay.
Not necessarily beliefs that I would say are really true today, in the present. So in the present, if I look at my relationship with her, what I see is, yes, irritation, anger, but it's coming from a real concern that she has for me. So women have a lot of concern,
Exactly.
ability to have concern, much more than boys or men understand.
Yeah.
Okay? And I began to see that concern comes from love. Okay? And if she, or if before her, a woman or a girl was to say, you are always like this, or you'll always be fighting with me or having a conflict with me, I said, why not? Why shouldn't I also, now that I've learning how to observe people, why don't I see if I can see that this is actually coming from her love for me, not her criticism for me.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Once you start doing that, then your relationship automatically improves.
Okay.
But more importantly, your understanding of human nature, your understanding of love, which is so important in this world and so misunderstood in this world, also grows.
Right.
Do you think the Iranis and the Israelis would be killing each other if they loved each other? Do you think the various rebels in Manipur would be killing each other if they loved each other?
Right. Exactly.
The Hindus, Muslims would be killing each other if they loved each other? No. But they have only been conditioned and grown through life to acquire things. So I have a Mercedes-Benz car and you only have a, whatever it is, Suzuki. I want to go and see Rome, Italy, this one, that one. I love eating in French restaurants. Shopping? अरे मैं तो king of shopping हूँ. I tried to be king of shopping. You know what happened? My wife outdid me. She did a lot of shopping. I would go with her. And my only job finally came to was to hold her shopping bags.
Okay.
I said, क्या यार? इसमें कुछ मजा नहीं है. Very tiring. And I slowly began to notice in my life, especially after my accident, that I started desiring less and less of things in my life. So she complains, you're going to Delhi, podcast, TED Talks. What clothes are you taking? Yeah? I want to take them. No, you have to dress up properly. You can't dress like this. And has a nickname for me, which she likes to call me Lafanga.
Lafanga. Okay.
Go to a party, you can't go in jeans and a t-shirt. Dress properly.
The right person teaches you, everything in life. She's there or he's there in your highs and lows. But today's generation, they don't want to, I believe, stick with someone till the end, right? They just want a short-term
But
happiness
that
or
is the whole
short-term
thing.
thing
The
with
whole
the
thing of
other
where
person.
they are being led down the garden path by
Mhm.
their own desires,
Yeah.
not by love. Desires and love are very different.
Right.
And if you truly develop love within you,
Mhm.
those desires automatically will disappear, fade away. That's my experience.
Okay. So one piece of advice for the youth, today's youth.
The material world is great.
Mhm.
Making a lot of money, making income,
Mhm.
power, building new businesses.
Mhm.
But I will quote from you from a survey that was done in the US by the University of Virginia in coordination with Gallup organization, where they interviewed 144,000 people in 132 countries about happiness.
Oh, okay.
And what they found from the poorest countries to the richest countries, and collated that data with also the divorce rates and with the suicide rates. Okay. What they finally found was what people really wanted most in their lives, needed most in their lives, and wanted most in their lives was not accumulation, was not ingratiating yourself, satisfying yourself, was not was not success in business or money as much as it was actually creating a simple, meaningful life for yourself, a life that was meaningful for yourself. And I got to see this very up close because my elder uncle Rusi was soon heralded around the world as the industrial relations, what was he called, genius or whatever of his time. And I've been with him in Jamshedpur in his car, going to the airport in Jamshedpur to fly from Jamshedpur to, say, Calcutta. And that was on his birthday. And you won't believe it. From his house, which is far from the airport in Jamshedpur, both sides of the road were lined with people and children shouting out his name, loving him. I've never seen that kind of adulation before in my life. On his birthday, thousands and thousands of people would come into his garden at the director's bungalow in Jamshedpur. And they'd bring an elephant also. And they'd force him to sit on the elephant and go for a ride around Jamshedpur. And there's so much chaos in that party during the day. Over here, there's one band playing one music, another band was playing here, another band was playing there. And one occasion, on one birthday, they brought him a laddu. You know how big the laddu was?
Yeah.
From here to here. They were rolling it on the floor. I mean, just to see that laddu made my stomach churn because I wanted to take a big bite of it, but I didn't do that. But it was, the hero worshipped him. They loved him. And here you're talking about thousands and thousands of people who loved him. I saw that. And he was also a leader. He also made profits for Tata Steel Company.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that he could only do one and not the other. So you can make your life meaningful, even if you want to make a little bit of money for yourself. Okay. But don't make money the object of meaningfulness.
So all these teachings, everything you have put up in your book that you have written?
I put up as a message in my book.
Okay.
And in my second book, I put up the message more as about relationships and how we as human beings like to run away from relationships or fight.
Yeah.
Okay, because in relationships can only happen if there's a difference. For some reason, God decided to endow all human beings with differences.
Right.
So no two human beings are completely alike. And that's why we can't get along with each other. So imagine if you were to take your young son or nephew or something to the zoo in Delhi tomorrow. And you suddenly discover that the zoo has only one animal in it. Every cage has only one animal, a grey monkey, and that too a male grey monkey.
Yeah.
After the first things you'll get fed up, yeah?
Exactly. It will become so boring.
Very boring.
Yeah.
So we want everything to be similar and to be one.
Yeah.
At the same time, you don't want it to be similar and be one. We want differences. Because differences inspire us. Differences motivate us. Differences make us feel alive.
Yes.
And from the differences is what we really learn about ourselves. I mean, I could only really learn about the nature of women, their gentleness, their nurturing quality, their love, only by noticing the differences between me and women. Otherwise, I'd be fighting with women, no? And they'd be fighting with me.
Exactly.
And we'd be breaking up and divorcing and all that sort of thing. But why not celebrate our differences instead of fighting them and running from them?
True, true.
So my second book's title is Celebrating Differences.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Learning through differences.
Okay. So you were into art and music and mountaineering, and then you switched to becoming an author. So, like, you ever thought of becoming an author? It was a part of like your plan, or it just happened like that?
It's sort of unfolded.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I would not like to say just happened. That gives it too much of a magical meaning. It's sort of unfolded.
Okay.
Okay. Because I had come to a point where there were some messages I needed to reach out to people with.
Okay.
And also people were constantly asking me, "Okay, Jimmy, bhaiya, what happened with your accident? Oh, kahani batao yaar." So I again and again and again and again to keep telling different people. I got fed up, yeah. So I said, if I write a book which includes that, then I don't have to say the whole thing again to everybody. Say, just take this book and read it. It's in there.
Okay. So what important message you have put up there in the book?
Which I put up in that book and which I wanted to at one point in time, about a year ago, I wanted to actually start an NGO on it, but I've not done that.
Oh.
I don't know how to do those kind of things. I want people to discover that their potential, your potential, is much more than anything you can ever imagine.
Right.
Okay? So people will talk very happily and glibly about where's God, Bhagwan kahan hai? पर नहीं यार ऊपर नहीं है इसमें है. Okay? ठीक है. Let's go to the mandir or to the temple and say our prayers. Hopefully, whatever it is he is listening in me, he is listening, or she is listening, or he or she is listening, or it is listening. But if you think of it in human potential terms, if God is within you, what is your potential? God, we say, is infinite.
Yeah.
You say you're finite. Then next breath you say, God is within me. How can you be finite if God is within you? Then you are infinite.
Yeah.
So could that mean then that your potential of living, creating meaningfulness could also be infinite? नहीं यार कैसा हो सकता है? पर खुदा तो जरूर है. भगवान is here.
Yes. Yeah.
और भगवान क्या चीज है? Infinite. I once had 2 Muslim gentlemen coming to my office in Bombay to try and convert me to Islam.
Okay.
I invited them. I wanted a copy of the Quran. I couldn't find it anywhere. So they brought it with me.
Okay.
So this Mullaji was one of them. Safed topi, white kurta pajama, chota dari. And he was doing all the talking. As he was talking, I was really impressed. This guy knows a solid amount of information. He knows about Hinduism, Sanatan Dharma. He knows about my religion, my Avesta. He knows about the Bhagavad Gita. He knows about Bible, so many things there. And I was so initially awed by that, I thought I will not be able to argue with him. But I had been working as a psychoanalyst, psychotherapist.
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly on a whim, I decided to ask him one question. I said, भाई, आप अल्लाह में मानते हैं ना? बता सकते कि शायद अल्लाह infinite हो? Nobody had asked him that question. He looked surprised. हाँ जरूर अल्लाह तो infinite होगा. तो infinite का क्या मतलब है भाई? जो infinite अल्लाह, अगर अल्लाह infinite हो तो वो आपको बनाया, साइड बाय साइड मुझको भी बनाया, साइड बाय साइड हिंदू लोग को भी बनाया, क्रिश्चियन लोग को भी बनाया, सब साथ में बनाया. तो आप लोग में और आपका रिलीजन में और उसका रिलीजन में क्यों आप लोग इतना झगड़ा करते हैं फिर?
Exactly, yeah. So what did he answer?
He got very irritated with me.
Okay.
So he did like this. ये infinity business मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता. He got up and he walked out.
Oh, okay.
He left the Quran for me to read.
Oh.
और फिर मुझे बहुत मजा आया ना.
Okay. So you were always that curious kid, inside you that used to put up all the questions, if you are. It's great. Okay. So, like, are we expecting any new projects, any new release, anything?
BlueRose is hopefully doing a lot of work for me.
Okay.
One by one.
Mm-hmm.
They will do all the projects which they have taken money from me.
Definitely.
And so I thought in my mind that the next book I write, I would give to BlueRose to publish.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
So I thought that, अरे बाप रे, now what have I done? I said this to the BlueRose people. तो उसका मतलब क्या है? अभी मुझे तीसरा बुक लिखना पड़े.
बिल्कुल सर.
लिखना पड़ेगा तो क्या लिखें? क्या करूँ यार? So I thought about it. I thought about the Israel-Iran-US situation and all the conflict here in India and everywhere.
Yeah.
So I decided on a title of a book. Now don't hold me to it, huh? Which I'm calling right now, Love Before Language.
Okay.
Okay. So what comes before thought? When you're born, what comes before thought? Before you start thinking, your first thought, what comes? It's love. It's connectivity. And what does love come into? What does love grow in? It grows in a space, which we can only call as presence. How do we define that presence? Don't know. Just presence. So there's presence, then there's love, then there's thought.
Yes.
Right? So can we start thinking like that?
Yes, definitely. I think we all should. So, like, one last message for our readers and writers friend, who are going to write a book or they're in the journey. So, yeah, how would you like to inspire them or motivate them?
Please don't give so much focus and importance on material things.
Okay.
On acquisition, on accumulation, on how much you have, on success by comparing the wealth you have compared to the wealth I have. Don't give so much emphasis on that. Yeah. You have been making yourself blind, completely blind to what the real power of love could be for you.
Yeah.
Try to explore it now. Try to give back to society rather than only take from society. So after my accident, I still had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Okay? And I was burning with the desire that I'll also make myself famous by building another big company like Tata's and Birla's done. Slowly that started fading in me. And one fine day, I invited Firoza to the club, Bombay Gymkhana Club in Bombay, because I felt I had to break this bad news to her. And what news did I break to her? I told her, see Fiz, very honestly I have to tell you now, because all these years I've been talking to you about how I want to become a great industrialist or business person. I have to tell you that I no longer feel that way. Okay? I don't want to become a great industrialist or a great business person. I want to seek meaningfulness and define meaningfulness in my life. Okay? So I don't want to take from society. I want to give to society. I want to find a way of giving to society. And that way, I'm sure I will create meaningfulness and purpose in my life. Somewhere close to about that period, I started going to a psychoanalyst to get myself psychoanalyzed. I was having a lot of conflicts and arguments with her. That's how I met my friend who then hotel. I began to see what psychoanalysis was doing. And he was a very gifted psychoanalyst. And he started training me in observation, things like that. No, training me to not be judgmental, to be open to receive, not to be judgmental. I started seeing a lot of value in that. Then I started seeing how much value people could get if they only started learning to go within and see themselves in a guided tour operator kind of thing. And then I realized that I was getting myself psychoanalyzed by him as his patient. Slowly I became his friend. Then I saw him as a role model, my hero. By that time I decided I want to be a psychoanalyst.
Okay.
So when I met her in the club, we had lunch. I told her, look, sorry, I don't want to do business anymore. I want to become a psychotherapist, a psychoanalyst. She said, what? She started crying. I said, oh my God, what have I done? But I can tell you very honestly, the way she has supported me in this crazy venture of mine, wanting to give back to people, I'm extremely, extremely grateful to her. Okay? And I've seen that her love, which comes from there. And that love of hers has inspired me. So whatever I will be talking, hopefully if I'm talking any sense on the TED Talks, a lot of it has come from brainstorming that my wife Firoza has done with me.
So you'll be having a TED Talk soon, right? So how are you? Excited? Nervous? What you're going to do? Nervous? Why? You've done it before.
I know, पर इधर तो पूरा दुनिया सुनेगा यार.
वो तो है ही.
And there are such clever people over there.
Yeah, but you know, there are so many people who really need your motivation, you know, and your story should reach millions of people out there. So yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, but how much of a story should I tell of myself? People
Because
say that ये तो साला
yeah.
बहुत गपशप कर रहा है यार, boasting कर रहा है.
But कहीं ना किसी को जरूरत है आपकी स्टोरी की. So why not?
I would love to do it then.
Perfect. So that was Jimmy Mody for you all. Sir, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. Right?
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much for inspiring us, you know, and I hope, you know, आपकी story and आपकी book ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुँचे and कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें भी एक motivation मिले, you know, अपनी life में कुछ करने की. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you.
And my last message is, please don't chase money and wealth as the only thing worth chasing in your life. Yes, make money and wealth, but keep it in its place. Make your focus on making a meaningful life for yourself. That should be your goal, your motto for your life.
True. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay? And I hope you'll all do that. And I'm always there to help in any way I can ever help. And also always there to tell you, even though I'm a man telling you this, that I love you all lots and lots.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was Mr. Jimmy Mody for you all. I hope आपको उनकी story से काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा, ठीक है? So do like, share and comment if you want to see more such stories, right? Till then, keep writing, keep watching. Thank you.